What's up, YouTube? It's Weezer Enjoy Your Third Strike from the YouTube channel Weezer Enjoy Your Third Strike. I'm very happy to announce that we did recently pass 500 subscribers, which means that I have made that Discord server as I promised. So if you'd like to join, it will be pinned in the comments, as well as the description of this video and the About section of the channel. So if you can't find it, it sounds like a you problem. So, I have people quite frequently ask me, why is your Ryu so good? How are you so crazy good at Street Fighter? I want to be just like you. And I figured that instead of responding to every comment and DM individually, I would just put together this quick video to discuss how to play Ryu, my approach to the game, and some general strategy. So we'll start off with Super 2. Should be your go-to super. There's two reasons for this. One is because the bar is longer than Super 1. What that means is that it can store more EX moves. And Ryu's EX moves are pretty good. We will get to that later, but for now, just understand that more EX, the better. And it's better than Super 3 because you can't combo into Super 3. You can combo into Super 1, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but you can. You can combo into Super 2, and it does do a lot of damage, but Super 3 you can't combo into. So Super 3 is kind of shitty. It's a bit of a meme. You don't really see it too much at high level. So we'll start with Ryu's normals. Ryu's normals are generally pretty strong. You know, as a Shoto, his gimmick is having pretty good normals. He has this one, Crouch Heavy Kick. This is your best button. There's no risk to putting this out, and it knocks down, so you can just kind of press this button. It doesn't really matter. An obvious comparison would be to Crouching Medium Kick. They're very similar. They're both lows. They both have decent distance, but Crouching Medium Kick doesn't knock down. It just kind of hits, and it doesn't do as much damage. You know, this does a grip of damage. This does probably, it looks like about half of the damage of Crouching Heavy Kick. So Crouching Medium Kick, you know, it seems cool, but it's not super useful. I guess it's an okay poke, but you'd rather have the knockdown. Ryu also has Far Stand Heavy Punch. This move is really good because you can do a target combo like that. Target combos are nice because they're easy. Target combos are easy. There we go. So that's good. That's damage. You have Close Stand Heavy Punch, but I can't really figure out what this move is for, because if you try to do the target combo off of this, it doesn't work. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a use for it. I haven't figured it out. Ryu's last normal of note is Close Stand Strong, Close Stand Medium Punch. This move is good because look, it just looks like it hurts. I don't know. So those are normals. Those are all Ryu's normals, his ground normals. We'll talk about his air normals now. Ryu's best air normal is this. Neutral Jump Heavy Punch. Because he puts his little fist out and he punches. You know, I feel like if you got hit by that, it would hurt a lot. You will see people do this sometimes. Jump Medium Punch, Jump Strong. It is an okay air-to-air. Because it's 2 hits, which makes it a 2-hit parry as opposed to 1. But this move looks cooler. So that's all for normals. We then have specials. Ryu has his infamous Hadoken, executed with a quarter circle forward and punch. The strength of the punch indicates how fast it will go. So as you can see, light is very slow, medium is medium speed, and heavy is fast speed. There's no reason to use anything other than heavy, because fast is good. These are very good at this distance because nothing else you have will connect with the opponent from full screen away. So you want to throw fireballs at full screen. This is kind of your ideal strategy. As Ryu, you always want to have a full screen fireball going. You don't really want to play too close to the opponent. The closest you want to get is Crouch Heavy Kick range, and if they try to get closer, like backdash yourself, and then use fireballs and keep them away. There's no risk to throwing this out. Your opponent can't really do anything about it. So you can just kind of throw them, but you want to be careful because if you throw too many fireballs too frequently like this, you're just throwing a constant stream of fireballs. That is spam, and that's cheating, so don't spam. Ryu's next special move is the Shoryuken, executed by doing forward, down, and then down forward in quick succession, also called a Z motion or a dragon punch motion, and inputting punch, Ryu does an uppercut. This move is very strong in anti-air scenarios because when your opponent jumps, they lose all their defensive options. They can't block. So whenever you see your opponent leave the ground, you can just uppercut. You can do heavy Shoryuken for more damage, you can do light Shoryuken for a quicker recovery, or you can do medium Shoryuken for somewhere in between. There's no risk to doing this. When the opponent jumps, you should just like always sure you can. There's not much they can do about it. The move is also pretty good in combos, which we'll get to when we talk about combos. But its primary use is as an anti-air like this. Your opponent jumps at you, always uppercut. Ryu's third special move is the Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku, executed by a quarter circle back and kick. He does a little spinning hurricane kick. So this move might seem pretty useful. It looks like it does a lot of damage, it goes pretty far, and it is, you know, it's okay, but the problem is that it whiffs on crouching opponents. So if you have an opponent who is crouching and you do this, it doesn't hit. So you, like, you know, that's a pretty big deal. You may as well never use this move. Like, honestly, I never use this move. It's kind of shitty. I just kind of fly over their head. I wouldn't recommend using this move. It may as well not be in the game. Ryu's fourth and final special move is the donkey kick. Executed by doing a half circle forward and inputting kick, Ryu steps forward and does this little side kick. This move is pretty good. This is probably one of his best moves because you can do this. And, you know, look at that damage. And this doesn't whiff on crouching opponents, unlike Tatsu. So your goal with this move is to just kind of do it in neutral as like a poke. You know, your opponent's walking around playing footsies and you just go boom and kick them in the face. It does a good amount of damage, solid attack. This is probably your go-to. So now on the topic of EX moves, Ryu has 4 EX moves, one for each of his special attacks. To perform an EX move, you input the normal motion for the attack, and then instead of pressing 1 punch or 1 kick, you press 2. So Ryu's EX Fireball kind of sucks. You know, why would you throw an EX Fireball? Like, sure, it knocks down, but whatever, you know? You can crouch heavy kick for a knockdown. Why would you throw an EX Fireball and spend the meter when you could just throw a normal Fireball and not? I guess you do get the cool flame effect. That's kind of badass, but this move's kind of shitty. Ryu's EX Shoryuken. This is his best EX move, pretty easily. And the reason is because it's invincible. This will beat anything your opponent does. If your opponent tries to throw you, EX Shoryuken beats it. If your opponent tries to attack you, EX Shoryuken beats it. It's very strong. You should basically always do this. If your opponent gets knocked down, EX Shoryuken. If you get knocked down, EX Shoryuken. If you tech a throw, EX Shoryuken. If you've just blocked a super, EX Shoryuken. There's no reason, unless you don't have the meter, there's no reason to not just like do this move constantly. It's very powerful. Then Ryu has EX Tatsumaki Senpu Kyaku. He does this little hurricane spinny thing. This move is very cool. Look at him go. Ryu's last EX move is EX Donkey Kick. This move is really good. As you can see, it's a launcher. It's Ryu's launcher. It causes a wall bounce when it connects with the opponent, and that's really good. That additional air time that you get gives you space to back up and start throwing more fireballs. So that's the main use of this move, is because a lot of Ryu's other combo enders leave him kind of close to the opponent. And you don't really want that, because you want to back up and throw your full screen fireballs. So EX Donkey Kick is really good, because that gives you opportunity to back up and to get away from the opponent and to start just throwing full screen fireballs. So that move is very important. It's not quite as strong as the EX Shoryuken, because you can't just use it for free constantly, but it's good because it gives you positional advantage to back up and start your fireball game again. So on the topic of combos, Ryu has a couple of okay combo enders. His best combo ender is Super. You should basically always do Super. This is a pretty good combo. I would recommend using this as a meaty. Ryu's main mix-up is between Throw and Super 2, because Throw will beat an opponent that is blocking, and Super 2 will hit an opponent that isn't blocking. So that's kind of your main route to land Super 2, is if you think they're not going to block, you should just do it. Your other combo, this is a pretty good one, is EX Shoryuken. As you can see, it's a 2-hit combo, so it's not super long, it's not super fancy, but it's good. Again, like I've said before, it beats everything, and it's a good punish. If you really want a multi-hit combo, EX Tatsu is an okay combo. You can use that one. And then you obviously have target combo. Target combos are easy. See, this is Ryu's best combo, is target combo, because it's consistent. The spacing is actually really easy. So this should be your go-to combo. Ryu might have some higher damaging combos, but I feel like they're not necessarily practical. So, to recap, Ryu's general game plan is to stand full screen and throw these fireballs and keep the opponent out. If they try to jump over the fireball, swat them out of the air with an uppercut every time. Your main combos are Super 2, EX Shoryuken, and throw. So if you know anything about Ryu, if you're a seasoned Ryu player, please let me know if you have any thoughts, anything you disagree with me on, anything that you think I missed, please leave it in the comments. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave those in the comments as well, and I will respond as I get the opportunity. But hopefully this guide helped you figure out your identity as a Ryu main.